been a wild ride, Durag Nation, but after nearly 3 years, it's finally over. Marvel's Avengers is shutting down. If you've been following my coverage, the part about Avengers stopping development part won't surprise you, but the speed probably will. The source of this information is once again Miller, the game's biggest and most reliable leaker. He announced Jane Foster before Crystal Dynamics, he did the same with Winter Soldier, and now in typical Miller fashion, he is beating Crystal Dynamics to announcing the end of their own game. This is a follow-up to his story from the end of last year, where Miller reported that there were no plans for the game in 2024, and that the only potential content we'd be getting in 2023 was patrol mode, an encounter with Ultron, and some combination of She-Hulk, Shuri, Ironheart, and Captain Marvel, with Captain Marvel being more of a long shot because the game simply didn't have the budget for original characters. But according to his sources, none of that is happening anymore. Lead developer Brian Wagner, who was canceled on Twitter last year after old racist tweets of his were dug up, recently removed all mention of Marvel's Avengers from his Twitter profile, which raised a few questions. Crystal Dynamics didn't fire Wagner when the controversy happened, but did say he'd no longer be speaking for the company in any official way. Now Miller has confirmed Wagner has been fired and he will not be replaced. The team working on Avengers has famously been pretty small since most of the devs have either left the company or been transferred to focus on Perfect Dark or the Unreal Engine 5 Tomb Raider game they are developing as part of a collaboration with Amazon Games. According to Miller, the firing of Wagner seems to have accelerated the plan to pull the plug on Avengers, and the remaining developers will be moved to Tomb Raider. After Wagner took over back in December, he reportedly scrapped plans for She-Hulk, War Machine, and Captain Marvel to instead incorporate more Echo characters like Jane Foster and Ironheart in order to save money until more funding came. After the Embracer Group bought Crystal Dynamics from Square Enix last summer, the hope was that they could pitch Embracer for additional funding to revitalize Avengers, but Embracer reportedly had no interest in saving the struggling live service superhero game and instead wanted to focus on the non-licensed IPs they bought from Square Enix, like Tomb Raider and Legacy of Kain. So without a lead dev, no funding from Embracer, and not enough money coming in from the game due to their bizarre business model of giving away all of their DLCs for free, Avengers has no choice but to shut down. According to Miller, the announcement that Avengers is ending will be coming later this month and as soon as next week. While no content will be added, Miller did say the plan is to keep the game playable for as long as possible and to implement various changes like the complete removal of time gating, as well as the highly anticipated traversal update fans have been requesting since the game launched, which reportedly aims to bring the movement of the other heroes more in line with Winter Soldier, who is probably the fastest character in the entire game besides Spider-Man. So all you Hawk mains will finally get the jump you wanted. But what did it cost you? Everything. It will be pretty bittersweet for Avengers fans to finally be getting the changes they've been requesting for years that would have made the game much better when it's officially too late to save it. I'll leave a link to the article in the description and in the comments section, and we'll also be discussing all this live on the After Show podcast tonight at 8 p.m. EST.